Hello and welcome to the Indicator Warehouse. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the new risk manager for NinjaTrader 8. Let's just be real here, guys. Risk management, well, that's what really makes a trader successful. One of the easiest ways to tell if a trader is going to be profitable is by looking at how they handle the two cardinal rules. Do they cut losses short, and do they let their profits run? We've all heard this statement at least 1,000 times, and while that's all well and good, the real question is, what does that actually mean? And more importantly, how do we accomplish this? Well, most traders obsess over finding the absolute best entry points to get into their trades, which, mind you, is important. Where's the real money made? The real money is made by cutting your losses short, and then when you are in a winning trade, letting that winning trade run. Well, the big question here is, how do we know where to cut our losses short? And then how do we know where to set our profit targets? Well, the good news is that Risk Manager does both of these things for you. Risk Manager is going to be an essential tool that's going to work with any system or collection of indicators on the NinjaTrader 8 platform. It's going to ensure that you take the maximum amount of profit from each and every trade you make while also controlling risk. Risk Manager is automatically going to calculate the correct amount of contracts or shares that you're trading based on your account size, and then it's going to enable you to actually place that trade with Risk Manager right there on your chart. By the time you exit your trade, you're going to be making maximum money on minimal risk. Well, all right, guys, let's go ahead and let's get started with the demo here, and let me show you how this cool new tool works. Well, all right, folks. You're going to notice that once you load the indicator onto the chart, it's going to appear in your upper left-hand corner. Let me show you its functionality. The first thing that I want to show you is that this tool is actually movable. All you've simply got to do is left-click on it here on the left-hand side, and then you can drag Risk Manager wherever you want. The first thing that we're going to need to do, of course, is we are going to need to enable the Risk Manager, and then you're going to notice that the three other buttons light up. Over here on the left-hand side, you're going to see that it's currently set for a default risk of 2.5%, and we can easily change that strategy to a fixed size strategy if we want as well, with a simple left click of the mouse. The next button over, these are going to be our stop strategies. Currently, we've got a stop ATR based on 3.6%. If we want to raise that or lower that, all we've simply got to do is hover over it, and we can change that number with our mouse wheel in the middle of our mouse. Now, you're going to notice the magenta flag there over to the right. As I turn the risk up, you're going to see the stop get bigger and bigger. And this, again, is simply done with rotation up or down of your mouse wheel. Perhaps you don't want to use an ATR strategy. Easy to change. All you've got to do is simply left-click the Stop ATR button, and then you're going to see you can base your stops on an indicator. Risk Manager will work with just about any indicator that's available on the NinjaTrader 8 trading platform. In this case, I've got a 50-period EMA. All right, and there you see our stop following my 50-period EMA. Perhaps that strategy doesn't work for you either. That's okay. With a simple, again, left click of the mouse on the stop strategy button, we can also use a horizontal line as our stop. For example, looks like we've got some resistance over here, and we've got some support here. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to draw a support and resistance line here with a horizontal line right here. And as you can see, Risk Manager has picked up my stop right here, right where that horizontal line is. And wherever I move that horizontal line, that's going to be where my stop goes. The next strategy available to us is going to be, well, it's just the good old-fashioned stop in the number of ticks. And now we're back to the ATR stop strategy, which is what I'm going to be using for this particular demonstration. All right, over to the right, you're going to see the buy and sell buttons right here. You have buy market available, you have buy limit available, and you have buy stop available as well. To change that, all we simply need to do is hover over the button and either roll the mouse wheel up or down to pick the type of order that you would like to place. Same thing works for the sell side, and you'll notice when you hover over the buy button, you can see the magenta flags for our stops as well as our target. And for the sell button, it gives us the exact inverse. Let's go ahead and let's get ready to make a trade here. As I mentioned before, I am going to use the ATR as my stop. You can see that risk is set right here. This one here, I know I'm going to be making a buy order on it. So I don't want to do a buy market. Hover over that button, mouse roll down, one click, and there you are. It's at a buy limit order. So let's see. 1.1% is going to let me risk 3 contracts. You know, I want to go ahead and trade 4, so I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. All right, now that we've got everything adjusted, all we need to do is just place the trade right here on the chart. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit my buy limit button.
Order filled.
So we've got the order filled on this. You're going to notice that Risk Manager automatically places your stop, and it's also going to place your targets. These targets, I've got these set at a default of 1.5 times risk. Speaking of risk, let's go ahead and tighten that up a little there with our stop. And this one is set at 3.5 times my initial risk. Now, please be aware that once you have entered the trade, you will need to manage your stops and orders manually. All right, so this trade's currently going our way here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adjust my stop up here to the ATR. Let's go ahead and give this trade a little more time to do its thing, and we'll be back to check on it in a bit. All right, so just came back to check on this one here. Looks like I need to adjust my stop up and protect profits. First profit target is off. First profit target is off. I've got my stop set here to where the ATR says it should be. I'm not going to pull it back. I'm just going to follow that stop up. Now, one of the things that I can do here, if I like, is I can take my second target and I can actually extend this out as far as I want to extend it. I'm going to keep following my ATR stop all the way up until I take myself out when it touches that ATR. So again, let's just go ahead. Let's give this trade a little bit more time and let's see where we wind up for the day. All right, so we're doing good on this one right here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to continue to follow my ATR stop up. Maybe we hit that target, maybe we don't. And again, you can move this target out as far as you like. If you're going to use that ATR to take you out, then just follow the stop up like I'm doing right here. Really easy, really simple to do. I've already adjusted the stop on there following the ATR up, and as you can see, price is starting to come back on us here a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to let my ATR stop take me out. Like I said at the beginning of the video, the name of the game here is to cut those losers short and let those winners run and not leave any money on the table. So right now I'm feeling pretty good about this trade that I'm in, and we'll let it run its course.
Order filled.
All right, and there you have it. We didn't leave any money whatsoever on the table. We just let our ATR stop take us out. And again, just as a reminder, always remember you've got to manually manage your trades. So at the end of that trade, you're going to want to go ahead, and in this case, I'm going to close out my sell stop limit order. Well, all right, guys, I hope you found this video to be helpful and informative. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, please contact us at www.indicatorwarehouse.com. Thanks, and have a great day.